an addiction.
A lot of good people you meet in the Volkswagen community.
And we need to save them, and at least maintain them and pass them on to the next generation.
We've got people here from Arizona. We've got people here from Oregon. Every year it continues to grow. We've got vendors coming in from the Central Coast, coming in from Los Angeles area.
Social media is really helping us out because that goes across the country. And the word is getting out that this is a great show to come because you can camp, bring your family, and be totally relaxed.
I bought it like probably 47 years ago for $140, and I drove it home. The muffler was dragging on 2 cylinders, and I restored it 3 times. So this is the 3rd time I restored it. It's original color, pretty much everything is stock on it the way it's supposed to be. So we enjoy driving it. It's having fun.
Some unusual features.
Well, these are called semaphores. They come out and turn when you turn to left or right. This is the pop-out windows here. This is an extra option. And of course the sunroof is a 3-fold. It opens up more than the 2-fold sunroofs like on this car here. And then one other feature that was an option. These are called crotch coolers. They're only on 2 years models back in 1952 and 53.
What you're looking at here is the bus from the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I think we've all been looking for it. We've all had that question, what happened to the Fast Times bus? And I acquired it actually through a friend of mine, Sean Berger, from back east. Him and his cousin found it, and they turned me onto it. And it's a long story, but I ended up with the bus.
Did you have to do much work, or was it in pretty much the same condition as I see it now?
The exterior, I've done some minor preservation work on the outside. Other than that, the interior we had to redo, and because it was props from a movie. So we were able to get enough photos of the interior and restore it back to how it was from the movie.
Now, is this the one with the scene with all the smoke coming out of it when they open up the side door?
Yes, this is the one. This is it.
Definitely see the kids here. We have coloring contests, we have Hot Wheels drags, we have a banana eating contest for the kids. You know, we want to have the kids involved. You know, that is our future. You know, and you see a lot of car clubs that are dying off because as folks get older, they don't bring the new generation in. And you know, like I said, entice the people to be here, give them something to do, give them something that they enjoy to do.
A lot of dads, and even moms for that instance, that I talk to them, they'll have a kid in their arms or behind them, and I'll say, hey, you know, you can do a mom or pop project with the kids, and they go, definitely, we're going to do that. So it lives on.
need the chrome piece on it.
I don't know, but there's a good possibility I have it. I know I have the ashtray. I've seen it not too long ago. I just gotta find it.
I have a 70 Volkswagen bus. It's a bay window, and it's just a lot of fun. Everywhere you go, there are car shows all over California I like to attend, and it's just a really fun community. It's fun to find old parts, especially these swap meets.
I got a 65 Bug, and I'm trying to find like fenders and stuff like that.
I had Volkswagens all my life, Bugs mainly, but I always wanted a Carmen Ghia. You know, it's a little grade up from a Bug. They're harder to find, and I just like the look of it. You know, one body, unibody, all, and they're just iconic car, and they call it the poor man's Porsche because obviously it looks like the old-time Porsches. And I've always been into Bugs, but like I said, I always wanted a car McGee, and I finally had the opportunity after my kids were grown and gone, and now it's all about me.
This actually belonged to my 5th and 6th grade teacher. He just recently sold it to me, and I've known this car for the last 30-ish years.
So it's something as a boy then, when you were growing up, going to school, that you just had a strong desire that you'd like to have this one in particular?
Yeah, this was it.
So tell me about the car. Are you an everyday driver, or maybe mainly weekends, or?
Everyday driver, yeah. It was his everyday driver. Before he was a teacher, he was a VW mechanic, and so he's maintained it as his everyday driver, and I'm going to do the same.
My brother picked up the car when his friend's father found it on his property and didn't want it, and he basically got it for free. He hated the car and then parked it for a few years, and then I needed a car, so he handed it over to me as basically a daily driver, and then I kind of fell in love with the car and became an enthusiast. So I've been doing this for about 4 years now.
First time you've owned a VW?
Yes, this is my first VW. Yeah.
What do you like best about this car in particular?
I think it's the thumbs up I get when I'm driving down the road. I don't usually get that driving my dad's Nissan. And the smiles you get, and people's enthusiasm about it. It's really cool.
Yes, I've had the car for like 10 years now. My son actually gave it to me, but I fixed it up since then. It's 72 squareback. I chopped it, I painted it, I did all the work in 1 year in a garage. And I put a split window in the back, so now it's called a split back instead of a square back.
Were you seeking out a VW?
I liked VWs from the start. I just didn't know which kind I liked. I kind of liked the Type 3 fastback, but my son got this off of a bargain, and he didn't have time to work on it, so I picked up the project and got it to this point here.
What do you like most about it? Is it your personality that we now see, or
Yes, the personality. I like the fact that all VW owners, they put their personal touch on their cars, and they do most of the work by themselves or on the cars by themselves, and I really admire that. So it takes a lot of talent to do the things that they're doing on these cars now.
I bought it in 09. It was pretty bad, and I spent 4 years restoring it and finished it in 2013. So, and it's we drive it a lot. I put over 20,000 miles on it, and we've taken it to a lot of shows and just a lot of fun. So,
was it something you had dreamed about getting this particular model year, or was it by chance?
I had an oval window in high school, and it was a hardtop, and I always wanted a ragtop or convertible. So later on down the road, I found a convertible and bought it and went to town on it.
We got these cars from the 50s. We have water pumpers over there that are 2000s, 2010s, up to brand new cars, and it's great.
One of our major sponsors is Clovis Volkswagen, and they of course represent the new generation of Volkswagens. A lot of people have bought cars there. I myself bought a water-cooled car from Clovis Volkswagen, so the next generation will buy those water-cooled cars as well as the older historical cars.
It's actually the first car I've ever bought for myself. I've had it for a couple years. I love it. It's, I don't know, you know how everyone has like a Honda or a Toyota or whatever? I brought this home and my dad screamed. He's like, oh my God, what did you do, right? And we've worked on it together, and it's actually been a good project. I got it off of a guy who got it for his wife, but she didn't know how to drive stick and she didn't know anything about VWs, so it didn't work out. So I bought it off of him. It wouldn't pass smog, found out a way to fix it. Found some VW nerds, they helped me out, and then now I'm starting to be like a part of the VW family, slowly but surely. The reason I'm looking into selling it is basically just because I'm in school now, and if I were to sell it, I'd want to sell it to another VW enthusiast, you know, to where I know that they're going to take care of it versus giving it to anybody, you know, or selling it on Craigslist. They're not going to know the value of the car. Because if you came to the car show and you looked around, this is the only one here.
Would you like to get another one in the future?
Yes, but if I were to get another one, I would want to get probably an 87, just because I like the body style a little bit more. But they are different. Like mine has perks that one doesn't. Like I have AC, I have a CD player, I have power windows, and mine's fully loaded leather interior, and mine's a stick shift. But the 87, the body style is a little bit different. If you look at like the bumpers, this one's a little bit more boxy to make it a little bit more muscly, to where it could be for guys as well, you know?
I bought it in 1980 we are the second owners. And basically I bought the car because I had a job, I couldn't get much time off. So we loaded up the car with everything we thought we might want. And every time I did get time off to the mountains we went. And family grew up on this car for that matter. It did some restoration in 2014, did a repaint, added soundproofing to the panels, added insulation, added LED lighting throughout. Full repaint, basically tweaked up the engine. It was already running real well. So this is a fuel-injected 1978 camper, and it's been great. Enjoyed having it for all the years we've had it.
So is it now just for show or still being used?
This car was bought to be used. It still is used. I have a calendar in here of last year. We went to Utah, Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, circled around, came back through Grand Canyon, and took a bunch of pictures, got them on a calendar for Go Westy, and it was just a very nice experience.
A buddy of mine brought down from Washington, and I actually traded my 1990 BMW 5 Series for, and it's been a labor of love for the last 5-10 years.
What do you like best about this vehicle in particular?
I guess the camaraderie with the friends. As we came down, I'm with the Kern County Air Cool, we all came down, 20 of us. It's just something about taking up the whole slow lane of the freeway. No real big hurry to get anywhere. They're easy to work on, they're fun to work on. You can fit the whole family in them.
What do you have plans for with this vehicle to customize, total restoration? What would you like to see in the end?
I kind of go with the motto, digging up and drive it. Work on the drivetrain a little bit more, and just fix the little things that aren't quite working up to par and just leave it alone.
You know, every time I mention Volkswagen, it puts a smile on people's faces. And every individual you speak with regarding Volkswagens, they've always got a VW story. I rode in the back of my uncle's car when I was a kid. My aunt had a squareback we used to take to the beach. My neighbor had a bus that we used to pile in and go to the baseball games. You know, everyone's always got a smile on their face and a cool story to tell. And it continues on with myself and my children and all of our friends that are out here enjoying the sport.
One of the favorite things I did when I used to ride in Volkswagens when I was obviously way younger is get in the little compartment that's behind the back seat next to the firewall inside the car. And it's amazing how many other kids have shared that kind of crazy ride.
I just found this bug. I've only had it for about 2 months. I traded another car. I traded a 61 Falcon that I had for the car. It was in a airport hangar in Hillsburg for 27 years, and the guy just used it to drive around the airport, get whatever he needed. He ran avgas in it for all those years, so the motor's in really, really nice shape. It runs great, no rust on it whatsoever.
Well, it is the people's car, as they say. You know, when it was commissioned back in the 30s to be built, it was built to be the people's car, and it continues to be that. And, you know, as long as we're around, we'll continue to support it. We'll continue to hopefully bring this to the people and have a good time doing it.
all hobbies are expensive. I mean, there's no kidding getting around that. But the great thing about the Volkswagen, it can be affordable if you do it right. And there's so many aftermarket stores such as Sebring West, places like that, that offer parts, Wolfsburg West. They are the guys that are driving the hobby, and most of the time the parts are pretty affordable. So you can build one of these cars for a lot less than maybe you buy a brand new car for.
Yeah, you've got a lot of aftermarket parts companies like Gary mentioned. You know, you can buy hot rod stuff from CB Performance.
Yeah.
You can buy stock stuff from other folks. I mean, there's multiple ways to restore these cars. There's Resto Mod, there's stock, there's
Rat Rod.
I mean, there's so many different things, and we have the support of all these vendors at our show, which really helps us do what we do.
Unbelievable. I just came here to be a participant, to be judged by other people that entered. It's an honor. You know, it's a progress, but unbelievable. You know what? I wanted to try to see, it was an experiment to see if I could do everything myself in my garage, painting, engine, everything, and I can't believe the thing actually runs.
You know, at this show, it's awesome. My first time here. What a great venue, great staff. This was awesome. This was awesome. The wife and I, Michelle, and I'm Dave James. It was terrific, terrific.
Well, you know, I bought it for 600 bucks. I put some love into it, and he wins first place. I can't say it much any more than that. That's great. It's my boy here. He helps me sand and get it running, and love it.
It feels good, like, to be appreciated, and people see all the effort I put into keeping this thing up and running. It makes me feel good.
It means a lot of hard work. So
tell me about the vehicle. Was it a ground up or?
Ground up, pan off, body off, everything. Every nut and bolt on it. It's 59 convertible.
I appreciate the award.
Oh, very happy with a good company. I mean, it's amazing. That's good.
Tell me about the vehicle. A lot of work?
A lot of work, a lot of hours. Yep.
Real honored, man. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot to you guys.
So, a lot of hard work?
A lot of hard work, a lot of money.
I've been coming to the show almost 20 years. First time in the winter circle is the first time I brought a radiator. I don't know about that.
It means a lot. I've owned this car for 20 years and it's sat in my garage for over 18. So finally having it back on the road is everything to me.
Well, since it's the first show ever, it feels pretty special, actually. Yeah, it was fun, very fun.
I feel really happy. Yeah.
So, were you expecting to be recognized when you came to the show today?
No, I didn't expect that.
I think it's cool, you know, you put in a lot of hard work and you know, people appreciate it. So it's cool.
It's a great honor. I enjoy VWs. I love the camaraderie and the VW culture, and I'm a big fan, VW fan.
I feel happy.
I really appreciate all the people that like the car. It means that all the effort I put into it was worth it in the end.
I feel that it's great, and I'm glad to hear that a couple of the other buggy guys voted for me. I was really excited about that.
Ecstatic. I can't explain it. I'm lost for words. I thank everyone who's been involved in this build. Penhall Fabrication, Wallentine Motorsports, everyone. Fab Performance, Jerry at Penhall Fabrication, Brian at Wallentine Motorsports, Greg at Rugged Radios. Thank you everyone for making this dream come true for me. Thank you.
It's icing on the cake. Yeah, we don't really come to win awards, but when we do, that just makes it nice.
Amazing. It's a great day, man. Can't believe it. Voters' choice means that someone take notice of all the hard work. I really appreciate it.
I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting us every year. Without them, this doesn't happen.
In stereo, I'll add it to Tony. It's like without the people coming to the show, talking to their friends, it wouldn't have grown to what it is today. This is huge. We started 23 years ago in the Sebring West parking lot. So look at us today.
It's my little potato car, right? Like, German cars are strong. They're built strong. I have my original engine still in here, and it still runs. I am at like 188,000 miles, and I mean, I changed the belts, topped off the fluids, and I put a new cat in and a new ignition coil, but other than that, it's still going.